everybody, it's Corrine at the Sewing Works, and today I want to talk about filling in either a whole cloth quilt or big negative space in quilt with quilting. I am interested in trying out Carly Porter's graffiti quilting, and we're going to get more into that in a little bit. You can fill that negative space with really anything. If there's something you've been trying to get better at, like maybe feathers or fills, it's a great space to try to work on that. My go-to for a big negative space has always kind of been ruler work, some kind of loose ruler work, and then I like to come in with some free motion to kind of jazz it up a little bit. But I've always really loved Carly's designs, and so I went on her website and found some of her designs, and I kind of mapped out for myself a little practice piece, because one of the most difficult things when we're practicing is figuring out what to do next. We always want to kind of think ahead and give yourself plenty of breaks to plan for those next transitions. This is her graffiti quilting book, and I'm going to show you some of these designs in my drawings, and then we're going to go to the machine. I'm going to show you how I'm stitching them out. Now bear with me, I am new to this, so practice makes perfect, and if I want to get good, I got to practice, practice, practice. So there's some basic elements in here that you can apply to any free motion quilting. I tend to like to start small because it's usually easier to make something look good small, and then as you get better you can scale it up. We'll work on that here in a minute, but I also have some great resources and some other quilting books available if you're wanting to do other designs, more modern, like straight lines. I have this walk book. There's some fun, Amanda Murphy has some fun organic free motion quilting, and I have a whole book on feathers. Whatever it is that you're trying to get better at, use this opportunity in this new year to jump in, get some plain fabric, and just start doodling. Let's go see what we're doing today. Some of the very basics that Carly helps you decide how to do are just basic swirls and paisleys. These can fill up a lot of space. And oftentimes graffiti quilters will start by just doing a swirl in the middle. Now you can then take that swirl back out and kind of make it a little circular shape to be the center of a flower, or maybe you're going to come off of this with some arrows or some of the other more intricate designs. But this is a great base shape, and it's good to fill any little gaps that you might come into later. You can either do the regular swirl, or she talks about doing circles within circles. So I like to start with a medium when I'm doing within shapes and then work my way smaller. And then if I feel like it needs more, I can add another layer to the outside. So you can make those however big you want. One of the next big things she talks about is these little crevices. That's what I call them. And this is a great launching point for a new design. So anytime you see one of these, you could then maybe sprout out and do a feather. And your feathers do not have to be complete, meaning there does not need to be two sides. These can be just little fronds of feathers coming out. So maybe I need another one there. One of the big things is whenever you get a fairly large shape like this, she's probably going to want you to come in and echo something. Curved designs play very nice with each other. So as you're building these designs up, starting with curves is always easiest. You can come out, she likes to come out and do like a big swirl like this and fill in, and then she usually ends up closing the shape on the inside and a lot of overstitching. Then she may come in the bigger channel that she's created here and add some detail like pebbles. She does get into some straight line stuff, but straight lines are generally a little more difficult. Another great design she likes to use is this leaf shape. And again, you can either fill that in with another leaf shape inside, and then do some little echoing, little fill designs to give it that extra little bit of detail. Always kind of coming back to that middle point. And if you need to get your way around to the other side, that's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of overstitching in this. You can just come on over here and maybe do one of her iconic arrows. That's one of the big things that's in with graffiti quilting, are these arrows. And if you don't like the arrows, you can leave those out. Use some more of these more organic shapes to create your designs. Doodling like this can help you plan your way into your design as well. When you get the curves down, then she starts throwing in a few of these straight line designs. I call these crystals because they look like little crystal gardens growing up to me. And I think they add a lot of interest after you have all these curves to do something a little bit square. So I would from here probably travel back to the middle, come over here, and start building some towers. You just kind of keep working your way around and filling this space. It's really fun, and actually I really enjoy doodling with this stuff. So she's got triangles. That's again, as you get more advanced, you may get into some more of these more harsh shapes that are more straight lines, but look how fun this can turn out. So hopefully one day I strive to be as fabulous as Carly, but for now, I'm just practicing, and I want you to try it along with me. So let's go to the sewing machine. Before I take you and show you my practice piece, I wanted to show you Carly Porter's designs are also available digitally if you have a computerized quilting machine or an embroidery machine. And so we are in the process of making this whole cloth sample, and we're using one of her mini quilt designs quilted out 4 different times to create this beautiful kind of medallion look. And one of the other things I haven't mentioned yet is how the different colors can really add to this kind of graffiti look and really kind of pleases the eye instead of being so monochromatic or maybe matching your background. As you get better, try these different pops of color, try some different threads, and see how you can really jazz it up.